Hey guys, Hanyani Mangwani here with Inspiration Monday, and today I'd like to talk to you about finding what it is that you love doing and what you're truly passionate about. Coming right up next on Inspiration Monday. So the question is, what are you good at and what are you passionate about? Because the reason why it's so important to actually figure that out is because if you don't, you're very likely to live all your life thinking that you're lazy, you're ill-disciplined, you don't have enough discipline. You'll actually minimize your own self-worth because you're trying to live up to other people's expectations or maybe do what everybody else is doing, the safe stuff. Meanwhile, your heart is elsewhere. And so if you spend enough time with yourself, what will end up happening is you'll at some point figure out what your passion is. In fact, a lot of people don't even need to sit down with themselves. They already know what they're passionate about, and usually find this through what they usually spend most of their time talking about, what usually fills their space, what they usually are imagining in their head space whenever they're daydreaming at a job somewhere, or they grew up all their lives dreaming of doing this one thing, but they did not do it. Very likely because they didn't have the right guidance, or perhaps they were too afraid to pursue it, or somebody else told them, look, there's no ways you are going to become that, or there's no ways this thing is sustainable. And whilst we're talking about sustainability, this week, I was talking to someone who is looking to become a voiceover artist, and someone said, how many people do you know who are black, who are voiceover artists, are making enough money? And I thought, really? Do people who aren't even in the industry are advising her that there is no one who is black who's making money from that? Well, I am here to say that there is a lot of opinion out there from other people. And I mentioned this in one of my previous videos, that it's actually absurd for us to actually try and find advice from people who, first of all, aren't doing much, secondly, who don't know you that well, and even if they did, they don't know your potential, and you very likely don't, and you never will until you actually step out of that little comfort zone that you've created for yourself, and you decide that this is what I want for my life. I don't care who says what, I'm gonna go after it. And the only way you'll ever know whether you are gonna be successful in it is by stepping out. And so what I'd really like to highlight here is that with the person I was talking to about voiceovers, it's funny how that the people who aren't doing much with their lives will fear you doing something great. And also, they'll be measuring you according to their own limitations. In fact, I would say the limitations they've imposed on themselves, and therefore will impose limitations on you. So to close it all off, or to round it all off, the importance of finding your purpose and your passion is to also elevate your self-worth. So you don't end up measuring yourself. It's almost as if to say that, in fact, Albert Einstein puts it this way, that if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it'll live the rest of its life thinking that it's stupid. And so a lot of the times we are in places where our hearts are not in. And I urge you to go after that which is in your heart, that which is in your mind, that which you keep daydreaming about all the time, that you keep talking to your friends about. And so that's my encouragement to you, that as opposed to just wishing it, you have the power to go and actualize it. This is Hanyani Mangwani, and I'm signing out of Inspiration Monday. If you were inspired by this video, I urge you to please click like, click share, click subscribe. Please share it with some of your friends. If you have comments, please leave them below the comments section. And also, what you thought of this video. I'd love to know. I'd love to hear from you, and also what you'd like to hear me talk about. I greatly appreciate it. This is Hanyani Mangwani.